Hi everyone, today we are going to be making some pink and purple brick stitch earrings, and we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here with Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are making some earrings using a brick stitch. You're going to need some fire line. I'm using 6-pound test. You're going to need scissors. You're going to need a beading needle. And of course you're going to need your beads. Okay, so let's get started. So I am using about 5 feet of fire line. I'm putting it through my needle. And I'm just doing like one strand. I'm not doubling up the strands. Okay, so we're going to want quite a long tail because the tail is where we're going to be doing a lot of the, the end part of the earring. So we're going to start by threading on 6 white beads. And this is to make a white, pink, and purple earring. Okay, so I'm not even going halfway. I'm going about 1/3 of the way of my thread. So I should tell you what I just did. Okay, so what I did was I put on 6 and then I went back through the 3 from the beginning, and I'm holding my tail in my fingers. See how I'm doing that? Okay, so now we have what looks like this, okay? Now, I want this thread, which is my tail, which is quite long. I want that, you know, I even want it higher, so at this point you can move it. I want a really long tail. Okay, so I've got maybe 2 feet on this end, and I've got probably the other 3 feet on that end, okay? Now I'm going to go back through those 3 beads, okay? I'm going to pick up 3 more. Now I've got 3 on. I'm going back through those 3 beads I just did, and then I'm going up through those 3 beads. And so what you'll see is I'm starting to get a rectangle, okay? So I'm picking up 3 more beads, and this is my foundation row. I'm going through those 3 beads I just went through, back through these beads, and there we go. See, I'm getting quite the foundation row. So you see I've got 4. We're going to keep going. I'm going to build this until we are at, let's say 9, okay? So 5, and back up through those beads, grabbing 3, going down, and down through those. So you're always like zigzagging back and forth. So we got 2, 4, 6. You always want an odd number 2. Okay, odd number as well. So 7, I'm going up, 8, and then I'm going down, and then 3 more will make 9. And I'm going to finish off by going through the 3 I just put on, and so my working thread is facing up. So I've got my foundation row, which I did 3 beads and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. Now I'm going to pick up a bead. I'm going to go in where the stitch is to join the first top bead, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to come up through that bead, and I'm just doing a single bead now, okay? So that's going to sit in between. Now we're going to do another one. And it's going in the stitch. Do you see that? And then we're going to pull it. And we're going to go back up through that bead and make it tight. Not too tight because you don't want it to curl. Sometimes they'll curl if you pull them too tight. Another bead. We're going up through the stitch, pulling, and we're going back through that same bead. Okay? And we're just building a wall. When we're done this, we should have 7 beads on that next layer. Okay. There we go. Up through there. There we go. Up through there. So that was our second last. And then here's our final one. We're going through the stitch, pulling it, and then going back up through the bead. Now we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay, so we're going to end up with 8. We're going down 1 bead each row. Okay, so now we're going to pick up a bead. We're going to go through the stitch and we're going to come back up through that bead. Now, you are going to have where it shows your line a little bit, but that's okay. That's no big deal. Okay, and we're just going to keep building this. Now, my beads are not uniform. So they're not identically the same size. Ideally, they would be. I don't even know where I got these beads, so obviously they're not the best ones. But we're just going to keep doing this stitch, keep building up and up and up until we get to 2 beads. So after we're done this, we should be down to 7 beads across. But we're just doing a single bead at a time now. We're not doing 3 at once like we did at the beginning. Okay. So we're on our final one. There we go. Go up through it. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, so we're losing 1 bead with each row. So you keep going. We're just going to go back and forth until we're down to 3 beads along the top, okay? So, be back when we're done. Okay, so I'm at 3 along the top. So now I'm going to pick up 6 beads. 3, 4, 5, 6 beads. I'm going to go down through the other end from where I'm coming from, okay, in order to make this nice little bridge here. And this is where I'm going to be putting my ear wire. So now I'm going to go through there again. Okay, through the 6 beads to reinforce. Okay, and then I'm going to go through this again. Now it's time to make knots, okay? So I've got my 3 there, I got my 6. Now I'm just going to go through the side. I'm going to make a loop, and I'm sure if you've watched any of my other videos, you make a loop, you go through your loop twice with your needle, you guide it to where you want it to knot, and then you weave through. You never cut where you knot, okay? And I'm going to do another knot right here. Go through twice, pull it tight, weave through. Okay, and then I'm going to do another knot right here, go through twice, pull tight, and then weave through. Okay, so now we can cut, and our top is done. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our nice hanging tassels. Okay, so here's my plan. My plan is I want this to have purple in it. So I am going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white. I'm gonna do 5 pink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pink, and then I'm gonna do 5 of my purple. Oops. 3, 4, whoops, 5. Okay, so see that? I've got 5 white, 5 pink, 5 purple. I'm pulling those down. And then I'm going to do a little white. White, should I do pink? Actually, I'm just going to do a purple. I'm going to do a little purple kind of cross. Okay, so I'm going to take 3 beads. Okay, so I've got my long strand. Can you see that? I've got my long strand here. I'm taking 3 beads, okay, but I'm not going through those 3 beads. I'm going back through the 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5, and then, see my needle poking out there? I'm going to that next branch of 3. Okay, and then when I hold the middle of those 3 beads, see, it gives me a little kind of cross there. Okay, so now, sorry, I didn't mean to go into the next set of 3. I meant to go into the set of 3 that we were coming out. So we're going into the set of 3 that we had just come out. And now we're going down the next set of 3. So see right there, the next set of 3. Okay. There we go. And now, so we did 5 that time. We want this one a bit longer. So this time we're going to do 6 white, 6 pink, and 6 purple, okay? And my beads got mixed up because they fell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pink. And then we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 purple. And then we're going to do 3 purple on the bottom to make our little kind of star, okay? But we don't go through those 3. Okay, so we're taking those 3 away and we're just going up through the 6, the 6, the 6. Okay, there's my needle, and we're going back up through the 3 from that bottom foundation row. Okay, and we want to pull these tight. Okay. And then we hold that middle bead from the 3. And there we go, we get a little cross-like thing. Okay, and then we're going to go down the next 3 in that foundation row. And this time we're going to do 7. And we're just going to increase by 1 bead every time along the way. And you come back when you're on your last one. Okay, so if all went well, this should be what you ended up with. Okay, right here. Now, we have to make knots and tie off. So, you just want to make sure that everything is snug and laying out nice. Okay. Now, our working thread should be coming out of the foundation row of those 3 beads at the end. I'm going to use my needle and go in the side. I'm going to make a loop, go through my loop. Whoa, 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 don't catch the dangles. We're going to go through the loop twice. Whoa, 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 don't catch the dangles again. We are going to pull this tight. And we're going to go up some beads. You never cut where you're not. And I know I say this a million times, but it's so true. I'm going to go through the side, catch my loop twice. Woo. Okay. Guide that knot to where you want it, okay? And then pull tight and weave through some beads. Now I noticed on mine, because my beads are irregular, I have 1 bead over here that's kind of floating. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to weave my thread all through the beads along the edge and just make sure I have no floating beads. And this is also going to give me the opportunity to go up, ow, through the where the ear wire is going to go. So I'll give it extra. And I'm just going to go down these beads. Now we did put knots here, so we might encounter knots. So you just work through the knots. You don't want to undo the knots, but you might need to move them out of the way. And then put your needle through. Don't force your needle. You do not want to break these beads because you've made such a beautiful little earring. So here we go. Now I'm coming to the bead that was floating. And I'm just going to give it some structure here. There we go. Go down that bead. Go up this bead. And I'm way far from my knots because I've been, you know, going in and out and stuff. So at any point I can cut. I'm just going to see, yeah, see that bead that was floating is no longer floating. So I'm going to cut my thread here and move my beads out of the way. And there is 1 of our 2 earrings. Now, if you have a good memory, you can go back, or you can just make the second earring, or if you're like me and you remember things for all of 5 seconds, you can start back to the beginning and make a matching earring. Then we'll come together, we'll attach our ear wire, which is very easy, and finish off our earring. See, this is that bead that was floating. Much better now. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? And then we'll have our other earring going the other way. But we'll just like flip it. So, I mean, you don't have to do anything different. Okay, so make earring 2. Okay? Make earring 2 and come back. So there's the finished product. There's our pretty little earrings. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on our ear wires and we're gonna put them on a card and we'll put on our backings. So whenever, these ear wires loops are a different way. So I need some jump rings. I'll be right back. I'm back. I got my jump rings. So we are gonna need 2 jump rings. There we go. Okay, so using my jump rings, I'm gonna open them. You always open them sideways. Okay, I'm gonna link it through the 2 sets of 3 beads, okay? And I'm putting my ear wire on. I'll use my other pliers to help bring these suckers together. Okay, so there's one. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing. Ear wire. We're putting them in between the 2 sets of 3 beads, putting on our ear wire, and we're closing it up. Oops. Oops. Yikes. There we go. Okay, so we closed that up. So now we're going to put them on our cards. And you see, we put the ear wires on right so that they are coming in together. So when they're hanging on your face, they will curve with your face. And then I put my backings on. I have long hair, and when I flick my hair, sometimes I flick my earring, and these backings have saved my earrings a million times. So there we go. Those are our completed earrings. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like and subscribe, and if you want to have notifications of another new video happening, remember that I guarantee to have a video every Tuesday, but until I have about 100 videos, I'm going to be uploading more often than that. So hit the bell so you get a notification. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.